I thought we would talk about a little bit about groceries today because there's so many people on there that keep saying, I can't find deals on groceries. You live in an area where it's cheaper. I know that my grocery prices are cheaper than, say, living in Alaska or living in California. But no matter where you live at, there are still sales. Pick up the sales paper. Like this week at our store, Bilo's, 79-cent eggs on the weekend. They have all kinds of different things here for 88 cents. They have chicken breast, 99 cents. 10 pounds potatoes, $2.99. I think that's 10 pounds. Yeah. They have ground beef, $2.49 a pound. On the back, there is all kinds of buy one, get one free. You do not have to buy two. You can, well, in our store, let me put it this way. Some stores might not do that. But our store, you can get one for half price, unless it's meat. Now, if it's meat, it says buy one, get one free, then yes, you have to get two. Another thing they had on here, let's see, what was that? Oh, bacon and sausage, $2.99. So, I mean, you got bacon, you got eggs, you got potatoes, you got chicken. Several meals you can make from that. But what I want to challenge you guys to this week is let's shop this weekend. Let's shop out of our pantries and freezers instead of going to the grocery store, unless you need to get like milk, produce, or maybe baby items or something like that. But let's use it what we got, because it doesn't do any good to find the food on sale if all you do is push it back to the back of the freezer, and then it winds up getting the freezer burned and you don't use it. It's sort of like finding a sale on items and then putting it on a credit card, and then you wind up paying interest. Well, the sale wasn't any good if you pay interest on stuff. So let's try shopping out of our freezers and pantries for the next week. Now, the menu I do on Monday will be from my freezer and pantry. If I remember what I paid for it, I will break it down. But if I don't, you'll just be getting a menu, because I want to use some of the stuff I have, because for one thing, my freezer is not frost free and I need to clean it out so I can defrost it. Another thing that someone had asked, and I need you guys' help, they have written me and asked me how to do a tea party for $20 or under. They live in Georgia, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I've never been to a tea party. I have no clue about tea parties, but I know some of my viewers do know. I would think finger sandwiches like chicken salad, pimento cheese, and you can cut the crust off the bread. You can just get regular bread, cut the crust off, make your little quarters. Maybe some miniature cupcakes or some little tea cakes, maybe some punch, or if you want to do actual tea, then hot tea. Or maybe some flavored teas. It's hot weather, so do some cold flavored teas like peach, raspberry, or lemonade. But I have never been to a tea party, so I'm not much help there. But I know you guys have suggestions, so please help this lady out by leaving suggestions in the comments below. Another thing is I went to Goodies again. I needed some paring knives. Now I have this one. This came from the Pioneer Seed Company back when you used to get free items when you ordered things. This was in some seeds my grandmother and grandfather got. And this thing is 70 or 80 years old and is still sharp as it can be. I have bought new ones that have not been as good. So when I went to Goodies, I had a coupon and I was trying to find something to use it on. I found these Art and Cook paring knives, and they got the little sheath to it. And they feel sharp. I think they had, if I'm not mistaken, a limited lifetime guarantee. There's the other one. Let's see. It's pink. But anyway, they were, let's see, $4.98 for the two, so I got them for $1.85 after my coupon. So I'm hoping these will work out for me. All right. I have company coming tonight, and we are going to eat what I have here, with the exception that I am taking my mom in a few minutes to the farmer's market, and I'm going to get some fresh cucumbers, and my aunt likes tomatoes, so I'm going to get some tomatoes because she will eat them. We are having cranberry beans. If you people don't know what cranberry beans are, they're like a pinto, but they're not as starchy, and they taste a little bit sweeter, and I like them better, but they look like a pinto. I'm going to use some ham that I had bought in the previous videos to season them with. We're going to have fried potatoes with some of those green onions I have left that was on a previous video. And cornbread. I'm going to slice up cucumbers and tomatoes, and that's it. That's going to be the meal for tonight. So, I think it's a pretty good country meal. All right, let's go over a little bit of mail here. Oh, I was in the thrift store yesterday. I got my first recognition. Some lady was in there. She said, "You look familiar." And she said, "You look like that lady on YouTube. What's her name? Penny Pinching Granny." I said, "I am her." And she said, "Oh, I just love your show." I said, "Thank you, thank you, thank you." Made me feel good. All right, guys, we got some mail here, and I just want to show it to you. Now, this is from, let me see, UK. And it's from, I think this is like Oakley. It's upside down. Wait a minute. Yeah, Oakley, UK. Thank you. This one is from Ohio. And this lady sent this from Newcastle, Colorado. And she sent a dish mat and towel. Reminds me of the beach, see? Thank you. And these are from, let's see, California. I got two. Thank you. This one is from Arkansas. Thank you. I think that's right. Let me look in here and make sure. I'm sorry, not Arkansas. I need my other glasses on. Alaska. This is the first one I think that I've received from Alaska. Thank you. It's bad when you get where you can't see. This one is from Georgia. This one is from, whoops, it's stuck, Oklahoma. And hey, Micah, you being good for your mama today? This one is from Virginia, and she sent notepad, chicken soup. I love these chicken soup books. They get you a little teary-eyed, but I love reading them. Bookmark, notepad, and let's see, there's a card in here too. Let's see. Beautiful card. Thank you. Put this right here. And then we have one from Virginia. And she sent these beautiful cards. Now I have a suggestion for these cards. You can either frame them, you can stick them on the refrigerator like they are. And what I do if I decide to stick this on the refrigerator is you're always picking up these magnetic business cards and so forth. You even get them in the mail sometimes. Well, what I do is I save these, and then I'll cut the little strips that I need, whatever size, and then use a little touch of glue and glue them to the back, and then you can stick this on the refrigerator, and you don't have to go out and buy magnet pieces. This one says, "Casting all your care upon him." Now I had a lady ask for me to pray for them, as several of you have, and I do. This person is from Ohio, and they asked for a Bible verse, and I think this is one of the best Bible verses, and I'm going to read what it says on the back of the card here. It says, casting all your care upon him, for he cares for you. This comes from 1 Peter 5, verse 7. Excuse me. And it says underneath, it says, he careth for you. Means that all things concerning you matter to God. Bring your burden of sin to Christ, and he will save you. Then once you are a believer in Christ, come to him, and he will help you with your problems. The Apostle Paul told the Philippian believers, worry about nothing and pray about everything. That's in Philippians 4, the verses 6. Take your care to the Lord in prayer and leave it there. And you know, as humans, we like to try to control everything. We like to fix it. And I have found out in life, when I try to fix it, I make a bigger mess. But if you take it to God and you trust him and you have faith, he will take care of it. And then you need to be happy with whatever he sends your way. You know, I've seen people wish for $1 million. Oh, if I could only win the lottery, if I could only win the lottery, I'd be so happy. Well, yeah, everybody would love to win the lottery. But what would you do with it? How would it change you? See, God sees. He knows whether you need it or not, and he knows what road you would go down if you had it. He sees. And it's hard for us to believe sometimes how someone, a being, can see the past, the present, and the future. And my daughter had a good way of explaining it. I said, it's hard for me to understand. And she says, just think of it this way. She said, we were out in the yard. She said, you see that ant right there? I said, yeah. She said, you can see where he started from. You can see the path he's taking if anything's in his way. You can see where he's headed. Well, that's the same way God looks at you. He knows. And he's trying to help and show you. Now, I'm not saying life will be carefree, because it's not going to be, because once you pick up that cross and follow Jesus, there will be trials and tribulations. But just cast your burdens on him, and he will help you. And on that note, I'm going to say goodbye for now. This is Penny Pinch and Granny.